day greetings students. I'm very happy to meet you all again in grade 11 economics. We are in chapter 8 index numbers. We are in part A statistics for economics. Only one more chapter, that is use of statistical tools, is left out in statistics. So I request you all to make it fast, complete it, because soon we will be going into microeconomics. So evlo seekram mudiyumo avlo seekram videos paathutu worksheets complete pannunga. Ask me if you have any doubts. Only a few students are asking me for doubts and I'm clarifying it. So if at all you have any doubts, always feel free to let me know what are your doubts and get them clarified. So index numbers, a quick recall of what are index numbers. So index numbers or a definition நம்ம என்னன்னு பார்த்தோம். It is an index number is a statistical device, right? Index number is a statistical device for what? Statistical device for measuring what? Measuring the changes in a group of related variables. So what are index numbers, children? It is a statistical device, right, for measuring what? For measuring changes in the magnitude of a group of related variables. So எந்த அளவுக்கு changes இருக்குங்கிறத measure பண்றதுக்கு நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ற statistical device என்ன நம்ம சொல்றோம்? index number னு நம்ம சொல்றோம். All right, and what is more important, it is always expressed in terms of percentage. So these are expressed in terms of percentage, right? So you can calculate them, by multiplying them into 100 to get percentage. So நம்மளோட formulasல என்ன இருக்கும்? 100ங்கிற ஒரு வேல்யூ இருக்கும். For what? For creating that percentage term. Okay, so percentage termல என்ன அளவுக்கு changes இருக்கு? What is the magnitude of these changes is what you can measure through the index numbers. Next is you have two kinds, price index and quantity index. Price index number tells you about the change in price, whereas quantity index lets you on the change in volume. So it can be volume of production or volume of sales. So number quantity பார்க்கிறது quantity index, whereas the change in price is measured through the price index number, right? Then we moved on to construction of index number. So how can you construct index numbers? Index numbers can be constructed using this. You have two index number, simple index number and weighted index number. நம்ம ஏற்கனவே simple index number தான் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கோம். So we have two methods. One is the simple aggregative method and one more is the average price relatives method. இல்லையா? simple average pricing relatives. Average of pricing relatives. Those were the two kinds, two methods to calculate. அதே மாதிரி weighted indexல நமக்கு என்ன methods இருக்கு? We have the aggregative method, we have the average of pricing relatives. ரெண்டு மெத்தட் இருக்கு. ஸோ அக்ரிகேட்டிவ்ல நம்ம பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா we again have two things. அக்ரிகேட்டிவ்ல நமக்கு என்ன இருக்கு? simple aggregative and weighted aggregative we have. Talking about simple aggregative, we directly take P01 is equal to summation of P1 by summation of P0 into 100 னு நம்ம பார்த்தோம். இதுவே weighted aggregative method. How do you do in weighted aggregative method? Again you have three methods here. Weighted aggregative method ku namak ethana methods irukku adukulleyum we have three. We call them as last buyers method, we have purchase method, and then we have Fisher's method. We have three methods: last payers method, purchase method and Fisher's method. So last payers method la enna pandrom appadina, we talk about the quantity of the previous year, that is the base year. Okay, last payers method la nama enna pandrom, quantity of the previous year nama eduthukurom. So when you talk about last payers, your formula would be P01 is equal to summation P1 into Q0 by summation P0 into Q0 into 100. இதுதான் நம்ம லாஸ்ட் பேயர்ஸ் மெத்தடோட ஃபார்முலான்னு சொல்கிறோம். ஸோ நம்ம எதோட பேஸ் எடுக்கிறோம்? Q0 குவான்டிட்டி. எதோட குவான்டிட்டி எடுக்கிறோம்? பேஸ் இயரோட குவான்டிட்டியில் ப்ரெசன்ட் ப்ரைஸ் சேஞ்ச் எந்த அளவுக்கு டிஃபர் ஆகுது அப்படின்னு நம்ம பார்க்குறது லாஸ்ட் பேயர்ஸ் மெத்தட். இதுவே நம்ம purchase மெத்தட் எடுத்தோம் அப்படின்னா ஸோ purchase எடுத்தோம் அப்படின்னா P01 is equal to summation P1 Q1 by summation P0 Q1 into 100. ப்ரெசன்ட் குவான்டிட்டியில் பேஸ் பீரியடோட ப்ரைஸ் என்னவாக இருக்கும் அது நம்ம யோசிக்கிறது தான் purchase மெத்தட்னு நம்ம சொல்கிறோம். ஸோ வாட் இஸ் த டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் பிட்வீன் யுவர் லாஸ்ட் பேயர்ஸ் மெத்தட் அண்ட் யுவர் purchase மெத்தட்? இன் லாஸ்ட் பேயர்ஸ் மெத்தட் the weighted aggregative price index using base quantities are calculated. So base quantity, base year oda quantity ya nama weighted aggregative method la use pandrom. Okay, so this tells you about the price change. base period layum ippavum enna price change irukku nama kandupidikrom. Iduve purchase method, when you talk about purchase method, the current period basket of commodities was consumed in the base period. Then what would be the change? Current period oda quantities base period oda price la consume panna enna change irukonu nama refer pandrathu da purchase method. But the more reliable method is found to be the Fisher's method. What is Fisher's method? It is a combination of both L plus P by 2. Adavadhu it's a combination of last payers method and purchase method. So this plus that divided by 2 will give you. Adavadhu you have to take into account the base period as well as the current period price as well as quantities ங்கிறது தான் நம்ம பார்க்குற விஷயம். So here already in example 2 for calculating the weighted aggregative method index number, we have used last payers method. We have completed the last payers method. I wanted you to finish past chase and fishes. Now let me show you how it is done. Okay, a quick recall. So last payers method oda answer enna, past chase method oda answer enna, நம்ம எப்படி ஃபிஷர்ஸ் மெத்தடில் அதை யூஸ் பண்ண போகிறோம். ஓகே, this is for your knowledge purpose. Fisher's method is not given in your book, but still I want you to know about it. Okay, so let's go about it now. What we had in the last payers method, example 2, using the last payers method your answer was 135.3. now you need your past chase method. So P01 is equal to summation P1 Q1 divided by summation P0 Q1 into 100. So what you have to do, you need to multiply. நம்ம ஏற்கனவே என்ன பண்ணிருந்தோம், Q0 ஓட P1 யும் P0 வையும் மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணி ஒரு வேல்யூ எடுத்திருந்தோம். Now what you have to do is you have to multiply P1 and P0 with Q1. So let us take the values quickly. You have your P0 here. Let's put Q1 in the center and P1 here. So what is P0? Base period order price. What is P1? Current period's price. What is Q1? Quantity of the commodities in the current period, not the base period. So what are the values of PO? We had 4 quantities. So we had 2, 5, 4 and 2. That was your P0. Now you need your Q1. So we have 5, 10, 15. Better write it straight, easy for you to multiply. Alright, so idhula ஏற்கனவே சேஞ்ச் இருக்குங்கிறது நம்ம பார்த்துட்டோம். So what is your P1? You have 4, 6, 5, 3. 6, 5 and 3. So you have what are the things you want? நமக்கு என்னமா வேணும்? You need P1 Q1 and you need P0 Q1. P1 Q1 P0 Q1. So first you need to multiply P1 into Q1. P1 into Q1, 4 5s are 20, 6 10s are 60, 5 into 15, 5 5s are 25, 75, 10 3s are 30. Then you need your P0 Q1, multiply P0 Q1, 2 5s are 10, 5 into 10, 50, 4 into 15, 60, 2 into 10, 20. You need the summation of both. 5, 2 plus 6, 8, 8 plus 7, 15, 15 plus 3, 18. Then you have 6 plus 6, 12, 12 plus 2, 140. So you got your values. Now put it into the formula. What is your P1 Q1? 185 by 140 into 100. When you divide this according to past case method, your P01 would be 132.1. This would be your answer. So namakku last payers method la or answer, past case method la or answer, they are different because you have taken different quantities to measure. So ipo namakku enna venum, you want a common answer about Fisher's method. So according to this method, last payers method, what did you understand? It understands that what have you understood? It provides an explanation that if the expenditure on base period basket of commodities was rupees 100, how much should be the expenditure in the current period on the same basket? அதாவது present price la older basket of commodities how much it was, and present price and base price la current quantities. Okay, here you have taken the base period's quantity, whereas here you take the current period's quantity. Alright, now you are going to go for the Fisher's method, which has two different formulas. So what is the formula for Fisher's method? This is the easy way to calculate. Nama last pay's method la calculate pannittu, then you can go for past case method, then you go for Fisher's method. But there are two different formulas and I want you to know it. So you have root of both the formulas together, summation P1 Q0 by summation P0 Q0 and into summation P1 Q1 by summation P0 Q1 into 100, or L plus P by 2, that is last payer's method plus past case method divided by 2. So we will take this. Nena namak rendu answer me irukadnala we are going for this. 135.3 plus 132.1 by 2. So your addition gives you 267.4. So you will get an answer of 133.7. 133.7 would be your price index. So what is your price increase? 33%. நம்ம எப்படி கண்டுபிடிப்போம்? minus 100 if you give, you will get the percentage terms. Usually it is expressed in percentage terms. நமக்கு கிடைக்கிற ஆன்சர் எப்படி இருக்கும்? It will be 100 more. So you have to minus it by 100. Okay, so according to last payer's method, the price has increased by 35.3%. According to past case method, the price has increased by 32.1%, and according to Fisher's method, the price has increased by 33.7%. Understood, children? So in your exercise problems, so they have asked you to calculate weighted index number. You can calculate it. It's very easy to calculate it. I hope you have understood the way to calculate your weighted index and simple index. So நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிருக்கோம் இங்க? We have completed two methods, children. Simple index number calculation we have done through the simple aggregative method and weighted aggregative method. Rendu calculate பண்ணிட்டோம். Now we are moving on to the method of averaging relatives. What are we doing? Method of averaging relatives. So when there is only one commodity, the price index is the ratio of the price of the commodity in the current period to that in the base period, usually expressed in percentage terms. The method of averaging relatives takes the average of these relatives when there are many commodities. So நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா, you comparing one product with another product. So relative products oda நம்ம compare பண்றது is through what? The method of averaging relatives. Right, children? So in this method நம்ம என்ன பண்ணோம்? Commodity A ல what is the base period price? What is the current period price? How has it changed? அததான் நம்ம பார்த்தோம். We did not talk about A with B, C, D. மற்ற goods ஓட மற்ற commodities ஓட நம்ம compare பண்ணல. Okay, so here we are doing that in the method of averaging relatives. right children? And at the end of the session I would like to work out one problem from measures of dispersion. So a doubtful problem is there, so I would like to work out that for you at the end of the session. First, let us move on with method of averaging relatives. So what do you do here? It's that it takes the average of these relatives when there are many commodities. So it is used when there are many commodities. Okay, the price index number using price relatives is, you have got another formula, P01 is equal to 1 by n. So you have a number of commodities, you have to take into account the number of commodities. Ivlo narrow nama number of commodities kanakku edukave illa. Now we are going to take the number of commodities into summation P1 by P0 into 100. This formula we already have. இல்லையா, அங்கே என்ன ஃபார்முலா நமக்கு இருந்துச்சு? P01 is equal to summation P1 by summation P0 into 100. ஸோ நம்ம அங்கே என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? P1 எல்லாம் சப்மிட் பண்ணோம், P0 எல்லாம் சப்மிட் பண்ணி 100 மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணோம். we got our P01. Here what you have to do is, first you have to calculate this, right? First you have to calculate this. First நம்ம என்ன calculate பண்ணுறோம்? அந்த tabular column P1 divided by P0 கண்டுபிடிச்சிக்கிறோம் into 100. That alone you take. Do you remember standard deviation? First you will find the deviation and then summate it. அது மாதிரி இங்கே வெளியிலே நம்ம divide பண்ணிட்டு you find the summation of the entire thing. Then you have 1 by n. Alright children. So where P1 and P0 indicate the price of the ith commodity in the current period. The ratio is also referred to as price relative. So in the P1 by P0 in solron liya is the it's the price relative of that commodity, of that particular commodity. Right children? So n stands for the number of commodities. In the example, you have got an example, but I would like to go with the problem. Then we will come back to weighted price relative. Now I don't want to confuse aggregative and prices weight for you. So we'll just go to a simpler problem with only the commodities and then we'll come back to this. Okay, we'll take example 1. Same problem. We'll take example 1. So what did we have? We had base period price, current period price. Illaya, we had base period price, we had current period price, right? Now what do you want? You want your P1 by P0. Isn't it? That's only you want? Adanna namakku venu. So what are we going to do it? First we are going to calculate P1 by P0. They have given you as fraction, but I would like to do it in a tabular column. It's easier for you to compute it. More than you might miss data. Inge anga copy pandrathukulla illa fraction la podrathukulla you might miss any data. So I would suggest this method also. Okay? So how do you do it? You just have your given P0 and P1. You have 2, 5, 4 and 2. Then you have 4, 6 5 and 3. This is what you have got. Now what you are going to do? You are going to divide them. That is 4 by 2 is 2. Then you have 6 by 5. Then you have 5 by 4. Then you have 3 by 2. You are going to calculate these values and you are going to give an answer. So let us take a calculator. Let us make use of a calculator to get these answers. Alright children. So we have 6 by 5, isn't it? 6 divided by 5 will give you 1.2. We have 2 here already. 4 by 2 is equal to 2. Then you have 5 by 4. You have 5 divided by 4, which is 1.25. Let us take it as 1.3, or it's okay if you take 1.25. Then you have 3 by 2. 1.5, yeah. So when you total it, be careful with the points. Points irukkrappo careful ah total pannum. So 5 plus 5 get 0, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 3, 5. What is the value you have got, children? 6. Put it in the formula. So what is your formula? P01 is equal to 1 by n into summation P1 by P0 into 100. So 1 by n. What is your n? 4. 6 into 100. So you can put it as 6 by 4 into 100. Now you have to find what is your 6 by 4, right? So your 6 by 4 is 1.5. Just a minute, children. There is a change in the calculation. So let me do it again for you. Let me do that problem again for you, children. So continuing this problem in our method will give you 1 by 4 into 6 into 100. So you will get an answer of 1.5 into 100. So your answer will be 150. Okay? In your book they have given 149. So what is the other method? Book la kuduthirukra method la eppadi solve pannanonu nama therinjikkanum illaya. Why is there a change means we have done the problem in a little different way, but how have they done it is what we should know. That also it is essential for you to know. So we'll put it exactly in the formula. Formula sollirka madri nama podalam. So how do you do it? So you have your P01 is equal to 1 by 4 into this illaya. So you have 4 by 2 plus 6 by 5 plus 5 by 4 plus 3 by 2 into 100. So now if you want to add these, you need a common denominator. So when you take an LCM, you will get 20. Common LCM namakku 20 kadaikum. You calculate it and see. I have calculated, that's why I am telling it. So this step is missed in your book. Direct answer poitanga, but I want you to do this step. Notebook la in the step oda in the problem enakku venum. Okay, so do it. So 2 into 10 will give you 20. Appo na mele enna multiply pannuvom into 10, 40 plus inga enna varum 5 into 4, so 6 into 4 24 plus 4 into 5 namakku 20. So 5 into 5 is 25 plus 2 into 10 30 into 100. So what will be the calculation here? Apdi nama paathona 24 25 is 49, 49 plus 40 89, 89 plus 30 is 119 illaya. So your answer 1 by 4 into 119 by 20 into 100. What do you have children? 1 by 4 into 119 by 20. So first நம்ம என்ன பண்ணோம் 119 divided by 20 will give you 1 by 4 into 5.95. So 5.95 நம்ம என்ன எடுக்கலாம் 6 ன்னு எடுக்கலாமா? That's what we have done here. 6 ன்னு எடுத்துக்கோமா? I am showing you why that book answer is different. Okay, 5.95 நீங்க 6 ன்னு கவுண்ட் பண்ணலாம். When you count it as 6 you will get 150. But when you take it as 5.95 only into 100 you will get 5.195 ங்கிறப்போ 1.485 வரும். அது நம்ம 49 கவுண்ட் பண்றோம். into 100 ன்னு எடுத்தீங்கன்னா 149. ஸோ நம்மளோட இண்டெக்ஸ் நம்பர் இப்போ என்னவா கிடச்சிச்சு P01 149 கிடச்சிச்சு. நம்மளோட டேபுலர் காலம் மெத்தடில் நமக்கு என்ன கிடச்சிச்சு 150. Is there a big difference? No, there isn't. And here if I take this 5.95 as 6 I am going to get the same answer. So no matter which method you are using you will be getting the same answer. But in the method la neenga LCM edukkanum. LCM eduthathu adukapprama you have to do the calculation. But whereas here you have to first individually divide them, summate them, and then you take. You choose the easier method. Alright children, so that's how you calculate using simple averaging relatives. இதுவே weighted index number இந்த மெத்தட்ல weighted index number calculate பண்ணோம்னா the calculation is little different, but I really don't want to confuse that method also. அந்த மெத்தடையும் கொண்டு வந்து நான் உங்களை கன்ஃபியூஸ் பண்ண விரும்பல. So I want you to look into this very clearly, understand it. If at all you have any doubts, yes of course feel free to reach me out. Okay, I hope you have understood. What is it? Method of averaging relatives la again you can calculate the simple index number and weighted index number. The simple index number is calculated using this formula. P01 is equal to 1 by n into summation of P1 by P0 into 100. Two methods can be used. One, literally taking this formula. இது வந்து நம்மளோட அக்ரிகேட்டிவ் மெத்தட் இல்லையா? இது வந்து நம்மளோட அக்ரிகேட்டிவ் மெத்தட். அதுக்கும் இதுக்கு என்ன டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் அப்படின்னா அங்கே நம்ம P1 தனியாக சப்மிட் பண்ணும், P0 தனியாக சப்மிட் பண்ணும். பட் ஹியர் வாட் ஆர் யூ டூயிங்? ஹியர் யூ ஆர் டூயிங் அ சேஞ்ச். ஃபஸ்ட்டு P1 அண்ட் P0 டிவைட் பண்ணிவிட்டு அதை சப்மிட் பண்ணி யூ ஆர் கோயிங் டு ஃபைண்ட் தி ஆன்சர். ஓகே, தட்ஸ் ஹவ் யூ பீன் டூயிங் இட். ஸோ இதில் என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கோம் நம்ம 1 by 4 and literally we have taken the formula, used an LCM to find the common denominator, then multiply, got your answer. What did our method do? We used a tabular column again. அங்கே வந்து நம்ம P1 and P0 divide பண்ணி நம்மளோட ஆன்சர் எடுத்து சப்மிட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். Then you put it into the formula instead of summation P1 and P0. அதுக்கு பதிலாக இதை யூஸ் பண்ணி we have solved the problem. We found that there is not much of a difference. Alright children, I hope you have understood method of averaging relatives for simple index number. In the next session we will be talking about the weighted index number. Okay, and then we will be moving on to consumer price index. Hopefully in the next session we will finish this chapter. Alright children, I have taken very little. ரொம்ப கொஞ்சம் தான் இந்த session teach பண்ணியிருக்கேன். It is because I don't want you to get confused with the aggregative method and the method of averaging relatives. So kindly go through it, and if at all you have any doubts, yes of course feel free to reach me out and get your doubts clarified. Okay children, now we are going to go to chapter 7, measures of dispersion. A little different problem, so I want to handle that. If you have doubts, you can ask me and I will teach it on the board like this. One student has asked me a doubt, so I am doing it on the board. Okay children? If you work out the problems only, you will get the doubts. So work out the problems. Very, very important. Okay children? So it is on page number 90. Okay? This page number 90, and it is chapter 7, exercise number 9. What is the question? Average daily wage of 50 workers of a factory was rupees 200 with a standard deviation of rupees 40. Each worker is given a raise of rupees 20. What is the new average daily wage and standard deviation? So நமக்கு என்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? What is the given? First you need to take the given. Number of workers என்ன? 50. Average daily income அப்படினா நம்ம என்ன சொல்றோம்? Arithmetic mean. That is your x bar is it 200. What is your standard deviation? Standard deviation is 40. What they have asked you? They have asked you to find the new average daily wage. Okay, each worker is given a raise of rupees 20. ஒவ்வொரு workerக்கும் 20 rupees raise கொடுத்தா எவ்வளோ சேஞ்ச் வருங்கிறது தான் question. So நமக்கு இங்கே present income தெரியாது. We don't know the present income. So we need to know that first. Right? We need to know what? The total income. Total income தெரியணும் இல்லையா? So you have what? Your x bar and your n. இருக்கா? So your x bar, what is the formula? X bar is equal to summation x by n. நமக்கு income தெரிஞ்சாதானே நம்மளால increase பற்றி பேச முடியும். So summation x by n. So summation x என்ன? You don't know your summation x. And you know your n is 50. What is your x bar? 200. So if you want to find your summation x, you will bring this side. 200 into 50 will give you your summation x is 10,000. Income எவ்வளவா இருந்திருக்கு? 10,000. Can you know each one's salary? எல்லாரோட wagesum தெரியுமா? We can't identify everybody's wage because it's not possible. Average arithmetic mean பொறுத்தளவுக்கு நமக்கு என்ன தெரியும்? That all the values given are not the same, and an extreme value at the corner, at the topmost or at the bottommost can change the arithmetic mean நமக்கு தெரியும். So how can you identify it? Is that how can you identify that? You have to find again the new income. எப்படி average daily income கண்டுபிடிப்போம்? You have to use this 20 multiply பண்ணா நமக்கு ஒரு new income கிடைக்கும். Alright, what you have to do is you have to multiply and add this new income 50 into 10 into 20 நம்ம பண்றோம். So average daily income எல்லா workersku 20 rupees சேர்த்து கொடுக்குறாங்க. So all those 50 workers are going to get 20 rupees each. இல்லையா? That is a new change in the income, additional income னு நம்ம வச்சுக்கலாம். So that will become 1000. கரெக்டா? ஸோ எவ்வளோ இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகிருக்கு? 50 into 20,000. ஏற்கனவே இன்கம் என்ன? 10,000. ஸோ டோட்டல் இன்கம் என்னவா இருக்கும்? earlier giving income plus new income will become 11,000. Right children? நமக்கு present income தெரிஞ்சிச்சு. Okay, then we wanted to know the additional income status. So additional income eppadi kandupidikirom? We know that each worker is paid 20 rupees extra. Appo each worker na you know your n 50. 50 into 20 gives you 1000. Avladana, that's the income? No. You need to add it to the existing income. Existing income oda income rise add pannina you'll get the new income. Ipo nam enna kandupidikano? You need to calculate your new average daily income. So new average, new AM, your X bar will become 11,000 by 50, which is 220. Got it, children? So நம்ம என்ன கண்டுபிடிச்சிருக்கோம்? 11,000 by 50 என்னவா இருந்துச்சு? 220. கிடைச்சிச்சா? What is the change here? நமக்கு என்ன இங்கே சேஞ்ச் இருக்கு? ஆல்ரெடி என்ன இருந்துச்சு நம்மளோட எக்ஸ் பார்? 200. இப்போ எவ்வளோ இருக்கு எக்ஸ் பார்? 220. அப்போ நம்மளோட டீவியேஷன் என்ன? 20. கிடைச்சிச்சா? நம்மளோட டீவியேஷன் கிடைச்சிச்சா? ஸோ ஆப்வியஸ்லி your new standard deviation is 60. Got it, children? What is your new standard deviation? You will make it 60. Okay, another question is asked, have the wages become more or less uniform? Adu edha vechi kandupidipom nammo? You need to find your coefficient. So coefficient eppadi ma kandupidikanum? Coefficient of variance. How do you find your coefficient of variance? Standard deviation by arithmetic mean into 100. So நம்மளோட standard deviation first ஓடது பார்க்கணும். Standard deviation என்ன? 40. But what is your arithmetic mean? 200 into what? 100. So when you cancel this, you will get 20. இதுதான் நம்மளோட covariance for what? First salary. Second covariance எப்படி கண்டுபிடிப்போம்? What is your standard deviation? 60 by 220 into 100. So covariance or difference use பண்ணி I am not going to tell the answer. You are going to tell the answer. Whether there is an increase, it has become more or less uniform. Covariance, அதோட difference கம்மியாக நம்ம என்ன புரிஞ்சுக்கணும்? That the uniformity is there. கரெக்டா? கோவேரியன்ஸுங்கிறது நம்ம என்ன சொல்லணும்? டீவியேஷன் அதிகமாக ஆகலை. when you don't have much of a deviance, then that means the wages are becoming more uniform than earlier. Understood? This is how you have to work out. Now take the 10th question. If in the previous question each worker is given a hike of 10% in wages, how are the mean and standard deviation values affected? நம்ம பார்க்குறோம். What is that? Previous question. Each worker is given a hike of 10% in wages. How are the mean and standard deviation values affected? So in the value la irundhu you have to make a change of 10% and then find the new mean and standard deviation. Okay, that's a problem for you to find. If you don't understand or how to do it, you have a doubt, let me know. I will teach that problem also. But you need to try it. You should try it and make sure you don't understand or you don't get the answer. Appadina I will teach. Otherwise, no. I'm going to correct your mistakes. Understood, children? Okay. Your problem number 7 on 8 or similar. So அதில் என்ன கேட்டிருக்காங்க? You have your batsmen X and Y. Who gets the higher run and who is more reliable? So standard deviation கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டு covariance கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டு you have to find who has the higher average and who is more reliable. Similar problem. 8th problem is also similar. 10th problem is different. 12th problem is different. 11 is not different. அதில் வந்து they have asked you to find mean deviation also. but you find standard deviation, that is enough. Page number 90, question number 11. They have asked you to find mean deviation, but you find standard deviation, that's enough. Okay, you don't have to find mean deviation. Right, children? I hope you have understood this problem. If at all you have any other doubts in any other chapters or problems, please let me know. I'll solve those problems also. Right, children? Thank you, and may you all have a wonderful day today.